We try to put this poem away when it's easier not to speak, when we fear we are asking too much and should celebrate our silver linings instead of questioning the clouds, when we believe we can't be leaders unless we're harsh, unless we're loud. We try to sweep this poem under carpets, try to dissolve it in our tea, try to drink down every word and keep on living quietly. But this poem melts through fabric, turns corrosive, spits and burns. This poem keeps on speaking to a world that never learns. Because there are women still victim to abuse, crushed by hands that once claimed to love them. Because there are women uprooted by conflict, by violence, by the roar of our climate. Because women are still dying in childbirth, absent for first birthdays, aqiqahs and christenings. Here, Black women die 5 times more often for lack of urgency, lack of care, lack of listening. We're accustomed to underrepresentation, of working harder for trust and respect, face-to-face and online degradation and mounted pressure with the chances we get. Even robots are deleting women's CVs, copying our warped system perfectly. Because worlds that work against women are allowed by leading boards that lack women. And we keep asking until we're tired. We talk of change until it's easier not to speak. But the poem has its own mouth, relentless in the change it seeks, believes in better will turn a question into a shriek. But it doesn't want to scream. This poem is a dream, where everyone has abundant opportunity, valuing multiple views and empathy. This poem is a house with no glass ceiling, no roof, where we learn to speak to the open sky. When the sun shines, we give life to each voice, each question. When it rains, we collect, gather, shield ourselves and each other, making justice our language, our culture, generosity. When it's too dark to see, we stack and mountain, holding each other up, knowing every one of us is vital, until one of us can pluck a star from the sky, until we make our own sun, until our dreamscape becomes a universe. There's a world better for all of us together, a world with compassion and opportunity. And this poem speaks to you and me from many mouths, from many mounts that seemed unclimbable, calling down to us you can reach whatever your heart can hold. This poem is the first girl in her family to get an education. This poem is a politician fighting for fairer legislation. This poem is a mother raising leaders in her home. This poem is a scientist with hypothesis on the dome. She's a counselor freeing space where our doubts and traumas hide. This poem is a doctor, a midwife, she's a spiritual guide. She's a freedom fighter, she's an activist. She's a future we can touch. Dreaming for what we all deserve is never too much.